customtacticals.com here, and the knife we're looking at right now is the Chris Reeve Umnumzaan, and the Umnumzaan was when it came out in 2008, when Chris Reeve announced it at the show, early 2008. There's a lot of hype surrounding it because Chris Reeves doesn't put out a lot of new folders. They obviously make the Sebenza, which everybody loves, and they also have the little one, the Umfan, and now they have the Umnumzaan, which this is a regular production model, not the limited edition prototype, which has the Umnumzaan word printed here, of which I believe 500 were made. This is the regular production Umnumzaan, which is also extremely hard to get because they're on back order just about everywhere right now. The Umnumzaan basically takes everything that is the large Sebenza and tries to improve on it, which in my opinion they do a very good job of. The Umnumzaan is everything that the Sebenza is and more. Since Chris Reeve discontinued the, I believe the regular edition Sebenza, or the classic Sebenza, discontinued one of them, and now they've replaced it with a totally different offering here, which is the Umnumzaan. And really cool knife, S30V, typical Reeve integral lock, same pocket clip you're used to here. Interesting change is the back spacers that you, or sorry, they're the standoffs in the back here. If you look closely, you'll notice there's only one standoff. This is actually not a standoff. This is just a little bar that it's a floating bar, and it just basically has the lanyard here on it, holding it. If you cut the lanyard off, this bar would just fall out because it's only being held in place by the lanyard itself. And so you only have this one screw here holding the back, and this large new pivot that Chris Reeve is using here on the front. So that's it, two places. No more back spacer. It uses these the thumb studs as the blade stop as well as the opening device. So it closes using the thumb studs to hold it, and it opens using the thumb studs to hold it here. And a lot of knives that use the thumb stud as the stopper are actually difficult to open, but the Umnumzaan is actually pretty good in that respect. It's pretty easy to open, and it has these rubber washers around the thumb studs and stoppers, so that when it hits here, it's silent. As you can see, it's not that silent, but it's quite a bit more silent than it would be otherwise. It's kind of a gimmick. I'm not sure if I love the look of the rubber there, but I guess if you dislike the rubber, you can always pull it off. The contact that actually is made here is not with the rubber, it is with the metal, so if you remove the rubber, it will still work. It just won't have the rubber look. I really like the new pivots from Chris Reeve. Unfortunately, that makes the knife a little bit harder to take down and reassemble yourself, because Reeve currently doesn't provide a tool with the Umnumzaan to do that. Now the blade is a little bit more reminiscent of the regular Sebenza in that there's a little bit more belly. There's a little bit of a harpoon here at the top, double dips here. This little harpoon thing here is really popular lately. Strider's doing it, Kirby Lambert's doing it with his MT grind kind of thing. Not quite like this, but it gives that sort of a look. And now Chris Reeve is doing it too. This is actually pretty fancy for a standard edition Chris Reeve folder. He hasn't done too much graphical stuff yet with the Umnumzaan, but I'm sure we'll see that stuff soon. Right now, retail and pretty much any place that you're gonna get paid for this knife, if you can even buy it, is gonna be about $400. And no discounts, no sales, and no stock right now. So for the small premium you pay over Sebenza, this is a pretty nice upgrade. It's not significantly different than the Sebenza, but there's a lot of nice little features, like sort of this hollowed out area here. If you look real closely here, there's sort of a hollowed out area inside here. So when you release the lock, it actually has a bit of a grip because of the hole there in the frame lock, which is really cool. One thing you might be able to see from here is a big, huge ball detent. The ball detent actually protrudes from the side as well as the inside, so there's no drag between the ball detent when you move the knife. It just rolls out and it locks. I don't know if you can see that, but you can see the ball detent there. And if you look closely, I don't know if I can get that shot in there, but you can see the ball detent is actually contacting the blade, the tang of the blade. So the lock is slightly different than the standard issue integral lock. It's just as stiff, but that large ball detent really smoothens things up, and Chris Reeve is a pretty reliable engineer as far as when he makes locking systems. So I trust that it's at least as strong, if not stronger, than previous Sebenzas. So, of course, the first noticeable thing about the Umnumzaan is the cross-hatching pattern that is on the handle scales, both sides. And it's definitely a welcome addition in my opinion, because the Sebenza was always a little bit too slippery. I mean, it was pretty grippy because of the titanium, but it's always nice to have a little bit more grip, especially if it's tastefully done as it is here with the Umnumzaan. It's still very quintessentially Chris Reeve knives looking. Still very much a CRK knife here, but a few sort of updated features. And this knife has been selling like hotcakes. Everybody wants one. Not everybody can get one, but it's an extremely nice knife. Definitely a nice move by Chris Reeves to improve on the Sebenza. And this one has a little nib here. I'm not sure what the nib is for, but the nib actually allows you to open it. Not all the way, but possibly if you can't reach this thumb stud and you need to push it up against something to open it, you can push it up against here and it opens. It's not that easy to do, but it is doable. There's no other functional reason for that other than opening it this way that I can tell, so there's that feature as well. Nice improvement on the lanyard. I like the detent, love the pivot, cross hatching is great, like the new harpoon style tip here. Nice stonewashed hologram blade is typical though, so nothing new there, but all the little things that they've upgraded on this model are definitely a welcome addition in my opinion. So I hope you enjoy the review of the Chris Reeve Knives Umnumzaan. Alright, have a good one.